Hello world, welcome to Tech Tacto. My name is Dami.
And I'm Iano.
And we are your hosts of the podcast of Tech Talk.
For everyday people.
Today on Tech Tacto, fish restaurants are on the rise. Tim Cook is stepping down as the CEO of Apple. OpenAI literally wants to put a physical phone in everybody's pocket. Anthropic is borrowing a bit from Elon Musk's computing muscle. Coinbase is laying off 14% of their workforce 14%. As a part of the broader restructuring. And Samsung joins the $1 trillion AI chip club.
Ka-ching.
Yeah, no, have you eaten today?
Number one, totally random. But number two, yes, I have eaten today. In the morning, I have had dodo and egg.
Nice.
And in the afternoon, I had fried chicken.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is your favorite Nigerian restaurant or restaurant in London?
Nigerian restaurant in London.
Yeah.
I like Enish.
You like Enish?
Yeah.
So imagine if you find out that the Enish you've been ordering food from is actually not Enish, and it's like some random person that's been cooking food from the comfort of their house, and somehow a delivery person still goes to their house to like pick it up and deliver it to you.
Wait, is that even possible?
It is.
Like someone will have to pay. Like I literally
You're
sue.
paying, yeah.
I'd literally sue.
I'm sorry, are you getting the food or not? Are you getting the food you're ordering or not?
I'm getting the food, but I mean, the food is not from where I expect the food to come from.
But it's food that is still being delivered to your doorstep and it looks exactly like what you've ordered. So what's the problem?
The problem is I'm not ordering from the restaurant I actually like. I mean, did this actually happen?
This actually did happen.
Okay.
So some fake restaurants are being like highlighted within Chowdeck and Glovo. Chowdeck and Glovo are both like food order products within Nigeria. And TechPoint Africa actually conducted like an experiment where they tried to create fake restaurants. And
fake restaurants.
Yes, fake restaurants and
like
on
fake
restaurants. Like they downloaded images from some random restaurant somewhere, and they uploaded the images of the food on their fake restaurant's page, put in some details, and they were actually able to like make a delivery.
They actually made a delivery.
They made a delivery using
with
like
fake details,
fake all of that.
What on earth happened to KYB?
And this is like very interesting context because on Glovo, they were able to like use a fake tax ID. They used like a personal bank account. They stole the Instagram food pictures and they paid a 20,000 naira activation fee. So the store went live. And the
just like
said,
that?
Yes, just like that.
No verification?
No verification. On Chowdeck, it was like a bit stricter. The CSC details actually was rejected. But in the end, they give them like some level of access, just like whatever transaction volume they were doing was capped to like 100,000 naira. And this is like genuinely concerning. Like,
yeah, it is concerning. Like, if they could successfully do this as TechPoint Africa, I can only imagine. Who knows? Like the number of potentially fake restaurants might be on Glovo and Chowdeck, right?
That's just like what I am thinking. So be very afraid because it just makes me think of all the times that I've ordered from a restaurant. What if it's just like some random person cooking from the comfort of their house and they're
putting
like,
God knows what's inside the food?
Yeah, there've been some instances where I've ordered food even within London, and you know this thing. One of the things that I love the most about I think Japan is the fact that every single marketing sort of like content or images that you're using for your products, it has to match exactly what is on the content packaging. So if you're selling like chips and you put like the picture of the chips on the package, it has to be the same size, the same color and everything of the chip that is in the chip bag.
So they're serious about quality control.
They are very serious about it.
Yeah.
Because there have been instances where I order on Deliveroo or like Overeat and I see the picture, it looks really nice. I'm like, dinner is about to be fired. Like dinner is about to be fired. They bring the food.
Charge your glasses for full functionality.
Sorry, Meta just interrupted annoyingly.
So yeah, like there are instances where I'm trying to eat dinner. I'm like, oh my god, dinner is going to be fire, and they bring the food. It looks absolutely nothing like what was in the picture, and I just have to own it up and not say anything because it's like, oh, okay, fine, no worries.
Yeah.
But it's not fair. If that could be possible, I am just like really concerned about the fact that there's some fake restaurants that are being given the license to run neutrally.
Yeah, to be honest, I've experienced similar where, let's say I eat at a restaurant in person, I enjoy the food. The food is busting, the food is banging. I'm like, I have to order from that place again tomorrow. Yeah. Then I order from, let's say, an Uber Eats or something like that, and then the food I get is like nothing I actually ate when I was at the restaurant physically. And I'm like, I ask myself, like, is this actually the restaurant, the same place, right? Like, normally, I just shrug that at the back of my head as, nah, that's not possible. But now that this has actually happened, literally, like, I feel like this has literally given me trust issues now. Like anytime I have that sort of experience, like, literally, my mind will immediately go to this. Like, how do I know it was actually the restaurant that I wanted to order from, that my food came from, right? Very problematic. I hope they hop on this like ASAP and actually figure out what happened, because this, number one, is embarrassing, the fact that this could happen. Yeah. And number two, also, it's also like there's also the questions of maybe regulatory oversight as well.
I think so.
Like, why is this possible in the first place? Does Nigeria regulate like food delivery services in any way where this should never even be able to occur? Like, a lot of questions kind of like come to my head, and it's not a good look.
I think the main things that I am thinking about is really the measures that we need to put in place to make sure like this doesn't work. Because case in point, if it's a thing of stolen food images, there has to be sort of like a system in place that maybe does like a scan in the background to see if there are other existing restaurants or maybe like images elsewhere from the internet that is existing. Because I would think the restaurants are being told to make sure they take original pictures of their food. So there's no reason why kind of like if you have a restaurant, your pictures should not look like the food that I am selling in my restaurant. It has to be different in that sense. So the pictures need to be verified at first. The KYB needs to be tighter, clearly, because if somebody is able to like upload a fake tax ID, what are we doing? Literally anyone can run a business and start like scamming people. So that doesn't work. There needs to be a match, literally. Like, are you checking for the tax ID? Are you checking to make sure like the company actually exists? Has the company been registered? Who are the owners of the company? Are they like legitimate people? Do they actually have like proper names in the system? Because it could be like some random name and they're using another person's like tax ID. So it just needs to be like tighter. No, because this is literally like eye-opening. I can't believe in this 2026, like technology is so advanced, issues like this are still happening and being allowed to like slip through the corners of a full-blown business. Like it's not even just like a business. There are several businesses attached to both Glovo and Chaldec. So it really does make the other business owners to start asking the question like, are you safe? Is your data safe? Are your customers safe? Are the customers even safe? Like, what is going on, really? That's the way that I think about it. But it's just like genuinely concerning. The KYC basis needs to be stronger, like really, really stronger.
Yeah, completely agree.
Talking about things that are cooking, Tim Cook, the CEO of Apple, is stepping down.
Okay, nice transition.
You see, you see what I did there? You see,
all right. I feel that.
I know.
When did you become funny, Dami? That's the question.
I've always been funny. You guys, I've always been funny. We have like long line of evidence to show it.
Those of you that know Dami in person, is she capping right now? Like,
I don't cap because I'm not wearing one right now.
Okay. You don't do.
Oh my goodness. As an Apple fanboy, how do you feel about the CEO stepping down?
Number one, correction, I am not an Apple fanboy. I use Apple products.
I use a Samsung.
I use a Samsung. I used Android. Right? My first laptop was a Samsung laptop.
He literally has these lines, you guys.
Yeah, because evidence day. Like literally. I love Apple products, but I'm not like a full-on fan. But what do I think about it? I think that number one, we have to give credit to Tim Cook for all he has done for Apple so far. I mean, he took the reins of CEO like 15 years ago. Obviously, he took over from Steve Jobs.
Yeah.
At the time he took over, that was around 2011 or so. Apple was a $350 billion company. He grew the company into a $4 trillion company. And in 2015, their net fiscal income was over $112 billion as well. These are massive, humongous numbers. And obviously, the amount of effort, intensity, focus, commitment that needs to go into building a company into such a behemoth cannot be overstated, literally. So yeah, credit is due to Tim Cook first and foremost. One question that people might have is like, why? Like, why is this happening, right? Apple is such a huge behemoth now. Tim Cook has grown Apple in such a big company. Their supply chain is literally humming really well, right?
New products
internationally,
too.
their products are also pretty good. Question might be why. People might be like, oh, maybe quit while you're still ahead, sort of thing. I would say there's a little bit more nuance than that. I mean, over the past like 2 years, for example, it's no surprise that Apple has been struggling to keep up with the likes of Google and so on in development of AI products, right? Infamously, we have Siri, like literally last year, or is it 2 years now, where Apple Intelligence with Siri was supposed to be like amazing and was supposed to have a much better and much smarter Siri. Like literally, we should have had a Siri that was as good as ChatGPT by now. And that never came, even though they literally promoted, I think it was the iPhone 16 that they promoted as the AI
Apple
phone.
Intelligence.
Apple Intelligence. They literally marked it as Apple Intelligence, AI phone, Siri, like super stellar Siri and everything like that. That just never came, right? And Apple hasn't been really making good enough strides to actually catch up, right? And even, I think it was just some months ago that they announced a deal with Google or something, or to use their Gemini models or something like that to power Siri as well, right? So yeah, the cat is out of the bag. Like Apple has been struggling to make strides in AI, right? And a lot of people have been asking questions like, is Apple still as technically sound like as they were in the times of Jobs? Or are they still a product-focused company like they were in the times of Steve Jobs, right? And right now, the person that's replacing Tim Cook is John Termas, which is Apple's SVP of hardware engineering. Really intelligent, really rock-solid engineer. Also reportedly like a really deep product guy, like has like really sound product thinking as well. And I think that this could be a good choice to lead Apple into the next era where they're competing intensely against the likes of Google, right? And the likes of obviously companies like OpenAI. ChatGPT. But what do you think, Danny?
So the way that I say it, I mean, you've literally said it all. Tim Cook's legacy will always be the financial strides because he drove like a lot of money for Apple as a company. Apple has scaled like so much, becoming like the second most valuable company just right after Nvidia. And after 15 years, I'll say like, it's enough time really for him to have done quality work. I'm not sure how I feel about Apple like trying to catch up with the AI craze, because if there's anything that they do very well, the services are fine. So I said it in the last podcast episode that Apple doesn't have a lot of physical products. To be honest, they don't really have much range. No offense, Tim Cook. So I stand corrected now, because now that I think about it, they do like have a range, and it's like there's something for everybody. Just the actual service. There's so much services really, like Apple Pay, Apple Music. In that context, it's fine. So it really does beg the question, like, do they really need to catch up with the AI companies? Because what really sells for OpenAI, Anthropic is like the actual AI model. Until they get into physical products, which they're not doing yet. We'll get into that shortly. Something on it. But that's just pretty much the way that I see it. So they need to like maybe focus on refining the actual physical products they have right now. Because Apple, look at me. In September, when the Apple event happens, I need to see actual interactive and nice and like innovative changes in the next iPhone. Otherwise, you're gonna catch these hands.
Yeah,
because it's just been it hasn't been so but I say great since the version of the iPhone that had the island addition to it. So there needs to be like changes in that aspect. I don't know if Apple needs to be joining the AI craze right now. Maybe just like refining their physical products and the digital ones would be a better direction, in my opinion.
So I'd argue that the sooner Apple starts developing this expertise, like the better. Like, I mean, solid expertise in artificial intelligence for specifically to prevent a situation where they fall so far behind it's being impossible to catch up. I mean, completely agree, like hardware products very important, services very important and stuff. But let's say Apple deprioritizes their AI efforts or doesn't invest as much effort into it, right? The rate at which these AI like products, methodologies, systems, tools are literally advancing.
Yeah, it's really fast.
Apple could just fall so far behind, right?
But I don't think they will. Like, it's not like they're not doing great right now. Maybe they just don't have the resources to build it out and focus on it fully because they have like the other divisions that they are focusing on. At least that's the way that I see it. It's such a big company, and they're doing both software and hardware. So really, it's just like maybe the focus has to something has to give. If they put in like a lot of resources into developing Siri, yes, fantastic. I think AI will catch up and they'll probably be on the same level as OpenAI and Anthropic. But then building it into the physical products, that's just like the way that I am thinking about it, because I really don't know how best it's going to be for us to make that integration well while they are still like working on actively releasing new products. Because it's like the Apple event is going to happen in September. They'll drop new laptops. The new laptop design, all of that is making it work properly needs to be ready in time for the September launch. But if they start working on Siri, I mean, again, it's fine. It's definitely possible for a company of a large scale like Apple. I just feel like that coordination.
Did you say Apple?
Apple.
Okay, I thought each factor was covered out there. Just checking.
Oh my goodness.
Apple.
No, you're just being a menace right now.
Sorry, just kidding.
So yeah, going back to Tim Cook, literally, there's so much it has like to his name, the Apple Watch, AirPod Max, and the Vision Pro is good. I feel like it's fine to like go out with a banger, but it's not just going out like completely, right? It's still going to be on the board.
Yeah, he's still going to be on the executive team. I think he's going to be like chairman of the board. So yeah, he's still going to be involved, which is great. And yeah, exciting.
That's exciting news. Moving on to the next big exciting piece of news. I mentioned earlier, like the AI companies are not developing physical products yet. But OpenAI might have something up their sleeves.
OpenAI wants to put ChatGPT in our pockets. Literally, supposedly. Allegedly.
Oh, that's worse.
Allegedly.
Oh my goodness.
Pivot, side note. Have you noticed how a lot of now in Nigeria, a lot of times when people tweet online, they always put allegedly with everything.
Just to be on the safe side. No, don't want us to get sued. It's like, how did you know? It's not definite. It is alleged news. We don't have any confirmation yet.
But yeah, there are rumors that are saying that OpenAI is working on a phone that will have like native ChatGPT support and will have like some nice AI features. What these features could be, we have no idea. Again, these are just rumors. And apparently they are working close with like maybe hardware vendors at this point, having some discussions to try and identify how to build out this AI phone. Again,
I think the question on my mind and some other listeners' mind is why?
Same.
Because and then the
If you ask me
timeline,
now,
the
who I go
timeline
ask?
they are adding to it is
Yeah.
they're literally saying like they want to release like early 2027.
Yeah.
Do they know something that we don't know? Because Amazon is saying they want to like do another phone,
Yeah.
even though they tried it once, it failed. They're
Yeah.
bringing back another phone now. OpenAI is trying to like create a phone, and the volume that they are literally trying to get into market is so large. It's literally going to be competing on like Samsung scale.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is going on? What is actually going on?
Yeah.
Because the specs are not even like focusing on camera
Yeah.
or sound or video quality. It's majorly just the chip, the memory, the storage. That's not very attractive,
Well,
in my opinion.
Yeah, let's see what they have off their sleeves, I guess. I completely agree with you. I'm like, why? Would I use an OpenAI phone? It has to be some killer phone to make me switch. So I don't know.
What if it was a laptop? Because the only use case that I can think of right now, I don't know. If I had like an OpenAI phone, it's just for me to be able to access AI like faster. Why? What if I'm doing more work on my laptop? I mean, they already like have connectors. They're working on agentic tools and things like that. What does the physical device do? That's what I really want to know.
Yeah, it has to be something
like it's not
exceptionally
a smartwatch.
different.
It's not a smartwatch. It's not glasses. What?
Yeah, it has to be something exceptionally different. You know? Do you know Jony Ive, like Apple's previous chief of design or something? He left like a number of years ago. I think he was like the brains behind like the design of the iPhone.
Oh, don't tell me he's working with OpenAI now.
Yeah, he's actually been working with OpenAI for a bit, right? I think they started working together like sometime last year, or if not year before last. Sam Altman apparently made like had a chat with him, had like some kind of agreement with him to come over and like start working on a hardware product. To pretty much reimagine what like the future of AI devices could potentially look like. So this is sort of exciting. At the same time, I'm like, is the ideal hardware format for an AI device, an AI native device, really a smartphone? Maybe not. I would have assumed it would be glasses potentially, but excited to see. I'm always excited to see new products, particularly considering like it's Jony Ive and he's obviously knows his stuff. So yeah, let's see where they take this.
Yeah, super excited about it. Moving on to Anthropic. This is quite interesting, coming from a collaboration with a person that has been vocally against Anthropic. But Anthropic is going to be utilizing some of Elon Musk's SpaceX to kind of like power their demand, like the demand ongoing for Claude and AI coding tools right now.
Yeah.
Because Anthropic has been doing amazing work with Claude. I'm not going to lie. Like I've been using Claude a lot over the last couple of weeks, and the speed, the delivery is like so good to see. But, I have actually had to think about how much capacity they need to make the processing like that fast.
Yeah.
This collaboration with SpaceX seems quite interesting. What do you think?
Anthropic needs a shit ton of compute. Musk has compute.
Yeah.
This deal involves Anthropic making full use of the Colossus 1 data center that SpaceX, now SpaceX AI, since XAI and SpaceX have merged together, right, has at their disposal. Some people have been asking, oh, what about XAI? What compute would they be using? Don't worry, guys. XAI still has a lot of compute to go around.
Yeah.
There is apparently there's a Colossus 2 data center that they use for XAI. So now pretty much Anthropic is going to be using Colossus 1 for their own AI models and training and whatnot, right? The more interesting part of this is it seems more and more that Elon Musk might be the definition of do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah.
Because I thought Elon has said in the past that Anthropic is supposed to be evil.
Yeah, they're literally like rivals. So I'm quite surprised this collaboration is like happening this way, and is genuinely enthusiastic about it.
Yeah,
because the offerings are like quite large. Like the access they're giving Anthropic is so much. So I'm like, what is in it for Elon and SpaceX? I need to know.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people, or expectedly rather, pointed out the dissonance of it all. Like came more like, oh, like if Anthropic is so evil, why are you giving them access to your data centers and so? Elon Musk came out to say that, oh, he had a one-on-one chat with high-level executives in Anthropic, and after talking to them,
he believes that
they are not that bad, that they're actually very like careful about AI and very serious with AI safety. And I'm just like, all right, okay. And he said that his evil sensors didn't go off.
Oh my
and I'm
goodness.
like, okay, whatever that means.
There's definitely money in it for SpaceX and Elon. For him to be changing his mind that fast, I'm not buying it. I am so sorry. Like, I'm not buying it.
Yeah.
But we'll be on the lookout for more regarding this collaboration.
I mean, SpaceX AI is rumored to be IPOing this year.
Oh,
so having
now
kind
you know.
Of deals
ding ding.
makes sense, to be honest. Plus, it's good press.
Yeah, no, it is good press, and getting a piece of that cake.
Yeah,
it's gonna be really sweet. So we'll be on the lookout for more of that. Moving on to a piece of news that is not as great and not as enthusiastic as the rest that we've talked about so far. More layoffs.
Yeah, more layoffs. Coinbase announced they'll be laying off 14% of their workforce. Yep. That's about 700 jobs gone. And their CEO says that this is due to a number of things. Number one, he framed the cuts around crypto market volatility, but he also said that he wanted to kind of like reposition the company to be ready for AI-driven efficiency and an AI era. So there's that. And besides that, still on the subject of layoffs, Cloudflare also announced that they'll be having layoffs as well. I think they're going to be laying off over 1,000 employees as well. And yeah.
I mean, we've talked about this quite a number of times on the podcast about how these layoffs are like very genuinely disturbing because these are like real people out there. And while I am super excited about the innovation AI is bringing into tech right now, when those companies talk about wanting to drive AI efficiency, it's just like a bit confusing because what exactly are we doing here? I personally am of the opinion that I don't think AI can completely replace people. Yes, we can use AI to make processes like faster and efficient, but thinking like you can completely like get people away and then replace them with AI, because I'm thinking like, what do you mean one person driven team? You have engineering, design and products, and you want just like one person to be able to like operate in that setup using AI. Like, how does that work? There's a reason these roles exist while the experience is like relevant. Like, I'm a designer, you're an engineer, I can't do what you're doing. I mean, you might be able to do what I'm doing because front end
not as good as you.
Not as good as me, literally. So it's just like, how does that work really in the reality of things? And for one person, you're managing all these three things. Because I knew there was a time I had to like function as a PM and product designer at the same time, and it was so challenging. It was so challenging because, you know, I was so used to like doing design on Figma, having to like get to the stage where it's pretty much like documentation and putting things on the roadmap. My head wanted to explode. So now I'm trying to imagine one person just being able to like do that and AI supporting you. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. The layoffs conversation, I don't know. Again, we might just need to bring someone in to speak more on this, because I am like curious to know what the rationale is, if there is any way forward regarding these layoffs, because 1,000 people, 14%, that's a whole lot. With definitely. Meta and the metaverse, the virtual reality work they were doing, that kind of like was understandable because the hype around the metaverse was high at some point, and then now it's not really like that hyped anymore because there's so much more focus on AI. But still, maybe companies, it's fine to get excited about some of this product direction. But one thing I was saying literally yesterday was maybe just like reshuffle people into functional teams than canceling these teams that are not like productive or you don't need anymore. What do you think about that?
Reshuffling people into functional teams, definitely sounds good. instead of canceling people randomly, I do believe that, like, obviously the way the companies are approaching layoffs right now, fundamentally bad. I do not believe in just randomly cutting off employees, cutting off their access, jeopardizing their futures, jeopardizing their stability. I'm completely against that, right? In terms of like the whole one-person engineering team, basically that Coinbase wants to kind of like experiment with. I mean, experimentation is part of the process of improving like any system. So I'm like, fine, have at it. I'd be really curious to see how effective that is. So it would be great just for the industry as a whole if Coinbase actually publishes
the results
the outcome.
But you know,
because I'll be very curious actually if they can give us proper data about what their experimentation shows.
Literally.
Yeah.
The not funny thing about this layoffs, like, have you ever seen some scenarios where a company is doing layoff and hiring at the same time?
Yeah.
Because I can never understand it. It's like, what are we doing? What are we doing here?
Yeah.
What do you mean you're laying people off and then you're hiring at the same time? Like, what's that?
If you ask me now, who I go ask, Tammy?
That's the issue. These are the actual issues.
These are the issues.
Yeah. So Coinbase says like they want a flatter organization structure, just like 5 layers below CEO. It sounds nice again on paper until they start to like practicalize it. Managers are expected to contribute more. The poor managers. But I mean, that's what they signed up for. I think at some point we might just need to like start reevaluating titles and the way some of those roles and responsibility work, because people will need to take on more duties, and this is creating the problem with the entry level being closed up, because at this point most companies literally just want to hire seniors or people that are like already with strong experience. So interns, entry level folks are being minimized, and it's just like quite chaotic. I don't know. I wish we could go back to the structure like 2020 when everything was nice and sweet and rosy.
Wish it could roll back time to the good old days. We should play that along with the pod if we can. No, maybe we'll get copyright struck. We don't want that. We don't want that.
We'll leave it on.
We'll leave it out. We'll leave it out. All right. Also, last but not the least, Samsung has joined the $1 trillion club. Congrats to Samsung. We love companies succeeding and everything. I'm surprised they weren't already in this club, to be honest, considering how big Samsung is and how successful they are. But
I mean, I am quite surprised too, given the fact that they're just not dabbling in like mobile devices. They have like electronics as well. So in my opinion, it's long overdue. Nothing more to add on to that. Like, it's been great, interesting, and also driven a bit by, not surprisingly, AI. So there's been like high demand for the AI chip, which Samsung helps to like deliver, and these chips are being used in the AI data center. AI uses like a lot of memory. So literally, Apple has been... Jesus. So Samsung has been smiling to the bank because the AI memory chips that are being used like in this AI data center, they need a lot of memory. They've been kind of like mass producing it for them, and I love that for them because it feels like passive income. You know, when you have like your main hustle, your main hustle is like what your company is actually doing, and by the side it's just like, oh, this company, you need this, no problem, we'll make it happen for you. So I love that for them. At least something good is coming out of AI that is not just like the bad side. But yeah, the chip deposition alone, that is quite interesting. That's contributed like 90% of their revenue so far. And I'm just like, wow. Who would have thought? It is quite interesting and novel. So the shares are still jumping over time, which is great. Love that for them. I hope they keep it that way. But still focus on delivering like good devices. You're still excited about the foldable full phone, but you know Samsung did it first.
I mean, obviously.
I don't know why they're not getting as much.
I think everybody already knows that Samsung has had foldable phones for ages. Whether people respect them for being the first to actually bring that properly to the consumer. I don't know, right? I feel like there's just this Apple effect where Apple literally could do something that other companies have done, but then when Apple does it,
it's the marketing.
Exactly, it's the marketing.
No, right. Apple is really good at marketing. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
they could literally sell ice to an Eskimo. You know the way they say it. They just make it look novel and brand new.
Yeah,
I can never get over how they did artificial intelligence and rebranded it to Apple Intelligence. It's one of the most mind-blowing things that Apple has ever done. Like, big ups to whatever team came up with that. Does
Apple still use the term Apple Intelligence? I think that's becoming a meme at this point, simply because of how badly they dropped the ball with Siri.
Yes, oh my goodness.
I haven't heard about the phrase Apple Intelligence in ages, to be frank. But yeah, awesome. This was an exciting episode.
Yeah.
Sadly, we've come to the end of it. As always, we loved having you aboard with us for this episode. Yeah. If you would want to stay up to date with all things Tech-Tacto, you can follow us on all social media platforms at Tech-Tacto Pod. And if you want to say hi to us, you can shoot us a mail at hello@techtacto.live.
And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button, subscribe to follow more on Tech-Tacto and the new episodes, and make sure you give this video a like if you liked what you hear, or if you just want to drop a comment regarding the topics that we've spoken about. We're more than happy to hear from you.
We're more than happy.
Got you guys in our next episode. Bye.
Peace out.